the ways in which the career you chose as a geologist started to inform your pattern designing. So
you see, I'm going to undo this whole thing. I actually don't like the patterns that are very lean and mean.
hello and welcome to Knitting the Blues. Today is a really special episode. We are in an incredible, beloved yarn store in Johannesburg. It's called the Yarn Tree. It is commandeered by Adrian and Irene, and they have kindly allowed us to be here on this special occasion when I have the opportunity to interview Eva Hancox.
Hello, and thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. Thanks for just agreeing to meet and speak. I think we met 2 weeks ago. I mean,
That's right, by accident.
By accident.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to have you here.
Thank you, thanks for having me.
I was familiar with your designs before I met you. I was introduced to your work actually by Mincy of Naughty Habit. She has these incredible postcards of some of our local designers, and you show up a few times in those postcards. And I was just struck by your work. I was struck by your aesthetic. And so we're going to have a conversation about that and about your journey into knitting. But before that, what I often do is I see you're not wearing your knits, which is very, I don't know what to say, very risque, bucking the trend. But but you look fabulous, so that's great as well. I am wearing, oh my gosh, and I keep forgetting the name of this thing. It's Amy Christopher's design. It's a cardigan.
Nice.
And I knit it a while ago, and it's just right for the kind of weather we're having. The other thing I often invite people to do is to have something they're working on, a work in progress that we can, because it's a knit and chat, right?
That's right.
So I'm going to grab my project. I see I left it in my bag. And then we can talk. And you've got mine. Okay, so I don't know. Do you want to go first? What are you working on?
Okay, I'm working on a triangular shawl.
Oh, wow.
I've been to Germany in September to visit friends and family, and I also took the opportunity to go to yarn festivals, meet people, buy some yarn you can't get here.
Yeah.
And this is one of it.
What did you buy?
This is yarn from Gotland sheep.
Gosh.
It's very different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, and it's light. It reminds me when I've worked with unspun yarn.
Yeah.
Like that kind of almost feather light. But this is not that, I presume.
No, it's not, but it's very fluffy.
Yes.
And when you work with it, you're covered in fluff afterwards. So.
It's also a gorgeous color. Can I hold it up so people can see?
It's undyed. It's the natural sheep color.
This is the natural sheep color. Wow. And what are you making? Because it's exquisite. Is this one of yours?
I want to make it a pattern.
Yes.
It's the sheep live in an area that's famous for its volcanoes.
Okay.
In the recent past.
Yes.
So I thought I'd do something that reminds of the rocks you find, the volcanic rocks you find in the area.
Yeah.
And which is called tuff, which is like solidified ash.
Okay.
So it's got lots of pores and rock bits. So the front.
Spell that. Tuff. T-A-R-F.
T-U-F-F.
T-U-F-F.
Tuff.
Okay.
So it's volcanic ash that's turned into rock.
Yeah.
So the front is, you see, has got this lacy pattern, open pattern.
Yes. I'll put some B-roll so that people can see as well. And that pattern is, this is not just, you're doing something interesting there. It's not just straight garter. Okay.
No, I found this.
Okay.
The back also looks quite nice.
Yeah.
So you don't need to hide the back. It looks more like ash deposits, and this looks more like a porous rock. I quite like that.
Yes.
This is a stitch that's called Starman stitch, which Chinese wave stitch.
Yes, I've heard of that.
So on the right side you just knit, and on the wrong side you knit and slip with the yarn in the back, so that the yarn lies in front of your work.
And it dangles like that.
Yes, and it creates these little holes. So I use slightly bigger needles.
And are you holding it double or single like that?
No, just single.
Wow.
Just single, yeah.
It's exquisite. It's really beautiful.
Nice and squishy.
Yeah. I love it. And you may notice that rocks and all sorts of terminologies are coming up. Put on your thinking hats. Eva is a geologist, and we'll be talking much more about the ways in which her work has informed her design. Okay, so that's what you're working on. Wonderful. I'm working on, I always bring things that are simple. Well, I usually only knit things that are simple, let's be honest. I'm not a particularly complicated highly skilled knitter, but that's okay. This is
I think you're underestimating yourself
very nice, thank you.
because this looks actually.
This started here.
Perfect.
It's called the Jupiter Mesh Tank. I will put the name of the designer as well on the screen. I lost my mom to cancer many years ago.
Sorry.
October was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And a friend said, the color is pink. I'm not a big pink person, but I bought this fuchsia. And I said, I want to make something. And I just started this free pattern. It's just very simple. It's one strand that you hold and you stockinette it all the way. And I've just been loving, doing something simple. I'm on the sleeves now.
But that's what knitting is all about, right?
Yeah, exactly. Enjoyment. So that's what I'll be working on when I work. I might be too engaged in the conversation because it's going to be higher grade. I'm fascinated by your journey, and I'm fascinated by the ways in which the career you chose as a geologist started to inform your pattern designing. So I think just as a first question, I wanted to ask you to talk about yourself maybe and your work, but also how you came to being the designer we know today, who's making the things that she's making that look the way they look. And by the way, you may have noticed, we are surrounded by Eva's pieces and her works and her patterns. And so you will be treated to seeing some of these designs as we have our conversation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, my name is Eva. I'm a geologist. You will know me as the Crafty Geo. I don't know where to start really. Maybe let's start with the name the Crafty Geo. I've never actually spoken about that before. I was looking for a name for myself, actually before I started designing patterns. And I didn't want to restrict myself to knitting. So I didn't want to have knitting in my name. And I'm a geologist. And that's, I think, how Crafty Geo came about. I didn't want to restrict because I like sewing as well, and sometimes I crochet a little. So that's why I'm the Crafty Geo.
Yeah, I love that name, by the way.
Thank you.
And you say you do lots of, so you've always been crafty, like through your life? You've always been knitting and crocheting?
Yeah, actually, I've always been creative. I love arts. My mum taught me knitting when I was 6 or 7. Just really the basics, the basics. I could just about cast on, knit and purl, and I did scarves, and that was it. She tried to teach me crochet as well, but I crochet left-handed. I insist on crocheting left-handed.
Are you left-handed?
I'm ambidextrous, actually.
Okay.
But with crochet, I insisted on the left hand. And she tried to learn left-handed crochet to teach it to me, but it didn't work out so well. So eventually, YouTube taught me crochet. So that's when I started. Throughout my school time, I actually painted more. I did watercolors and a little bit of oil, and I like those kind of things. And there comes a time where you don't want to be seen knitting as a teenager.
It seems like that's a common thread. Everyone said that.
It's very sad, actually, and I think that's something we need to work on, because it's not an old-fashioned thing. It's just actually, to me, it's a form of art. So I stopped for a while, and then I picked it up again. I don't know, maybe 20 years ago. Yeah, and started properly.
Knitting. Mainly knitting.
Knitting as such, yeah.
And were you a geo at that point? Were you already a geologist at that point?
I was already at varsity. And in fact, I was already in South Africa. Yeah, I came to South Africa 23 years ago.
Yeah. From where?
From Germany.
Germany.
So, it actually started with I was looking for a master's for my studies, and I had the opportunity to come to South Africa. So I came here for 3 months to do my master's.
To Johannesburg?
To Johannesburg, yeah. Wow, at the time. And I actually quite liked it here. I'm surprised. I was a bit nervous when I realized what I did. So
was it quite bold at that point?
Yeah, I think it was a bold.
Yeah. Where were you coming from Germany? Where in Germany were you?
I grew up close to Düsseldorf, and I studied in Münster.
Okay.
So... And I have family close to the French border and at Lake Constance now, so all over the show. But at that time, I was living in Münster. Yeah.
And you came and you stayed?
And I came and I stayed. Well, I went back first to finish my master's and organize everything for my PhD. And the following year, I came back and stayed.
What attracted you? I mean, we'll get into the knitting shortly, but I guess I'm just curious, what attracted you to geology?
I think it was the best of all my interests.
Okay.
I did think about doing maybe arts history, but I think my dad wouldn't have liked it.
Too like unstable kind of.
It was the kind of but how are you going to survive?
Earn a living?
And what he didn't realize is geology is just as poor. As,
It's not a. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's difficult to find a job as a geologist in Germany. But in any case, I like natural sciences. I liked earth sciences. I liked geography. And geology was just the right combination of natural science and earth. Yeah, I didn't really know what I was getting into. I didn't realize I had to learn to identify rocks and those kind of things.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy it, and I made a career of it. And yeah.
And then somewhere along the way.
Somewhere along the way, I think I needed a bit of change.
And that's quite recent. I mean, I realize you said it's been 2 years?
Yeah. 2 years ago, I published my first pattern.
Yeah.
For years, I've been talking, one day I want to publish my own patterns. And then I realized, no, actually, if you want to do it, you need to. You can't just talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's how I started.
Yeah. Where did that spark come from? When was it a moment where you were just like, I want to do this as well? Like, when did that start to germinate, this idea that you would, because you published the pattern, but of course way before, it's germinated already. What happened there?
I got a bit bored with following patterns. Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's so funny because we chatted and I did, because you were like, some people are happy to knit patterns and that just wasn't you. And I found that such an interesting comment.
I'm not that kind of knitter.
You're not that kind of knitter, you said, which I love that.
I found it, there was something missing. I needed a bit more. And I thought that creating my own patterns, that gave me the challenge. So I like the idea of finding the right yarn, getting an idea, evolving the idea, and then eventually converting it into a garment or a knitted piece.
And that's a long process for you.
It is. It's very long. It takes me at least 6 months.
From beginning to kind of publication.
And when I really focus on it, because my head is full of ideas all the time. I've got plenty of ideas, but to actually convert it into something that works for me, or that I am happy with, it takes a long time. Yeah.
And are you your first kind of customer? Are you designing for yourself and then you think, well, others might like it? Or do you think of a public and you think of knitters in general that you're designing for?
I think I have different approaches, and I think I've got different collections.
Yeah.
I have the stuff that I would like to do that is not necessarily other people's taste.
Yes.
That's my kind of... That's
aesthetic.
who I am and what I do.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Knitwear was more like something like that. That was there was a process as I went along. I wrote this pattern as I went along, and I did change it and went back.
Wow! Should we talk about it?
Yeah,
Since
I think we can.
It's this one, right?
No, it's
this one.
It's
Okay,
this
okay.
one. This is a different yarn.
Oh my gosh! Okay, you're gonna. Oh, it's so. Is this Naughty Habit?
No, this is not Naughty Habit. I gave the Naughty Habit version to Mincy.
Did you?
Yeah, I gave it to her.
Beautiful gift. Oh my gosh.
She's been so good to me. I thought she must have it.
How do we, what's the side to show? I don't need, I'll try and do B-roll.
The front is this side.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. In brioche, it really doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh.
That's the beauty of brioche.
So Eva is the brioche queen, okay? Just in case you did not know. And I just would love you to talk about this pattern, and I'd love you to talk a bit about brioche and maybe just segue into talking about your designs and how they show up.
This pattern, it's a bit irregular. It's over 20 pages of pattern because it doesn't have like a fixed row repeat.
Yeah.
So the beauty of brioche is it's reversible, fully reversible. It's squishy, it's soft, it's just nice. Now don't ask me how I got to do brioche. I can't remember. I just one day picked up on it, watched YouTube videos and bought myself books, and
suddenly you were doing brioche.
Yeah.
And I like it you said it's not regular. Like the earth is not regular, right?
No, it's not.
Nothing in nature. My mom used to say there's no straight lines.
That's very true. Now this was just like matched. It just, in this case, it just was the right technique to use.
Yeah.
Because this, I called this Knitwear.
Yes.
Because
what is that?
Knitwear is a sea lily.
A sea lily.
which still
And it's a fossil.
lives. It is a fossil. It's over 400 million years old, but you still get sea lilies today. So they have the stem
Yes.
that's attached to the ground or to the
Yes.
sea floor. And then they have this crown on top with all
Yes.
sorts of arms. And that's why
I'm going to put a picture so we can actually have it as well.
this is why. And I did different ways of showing the crinoideas. Like sometimes the arms all move to the left or the right, and sometimes
Yes.
they branch out a bit.
And will this all be underwater still? The whole lily is?
Yeah, it lives
Because
on
you
the
also
seafloor.
feel like
Yes,
you
that's
have
what
a
it does.
sense of the waves. How incredible.
Exactly.
It's actually like art.
So, well, thank you. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
So this is the me part of knitting
Okay.
patterns. They may be not commercially so.
Because it's difficult,
Successful.
or because why? I mean, I'm surprised. I just think knitters are kind of curious, and they like to be challenged, particularly people with great skill. I mean, I don't even know brioche. You said you'll teach me.
I'll teach
When
you.
I learn brioche, I will attempt the grenadier. I will attempt it.
So brioche was just the perfect technique to showcase sea lilies.
Yeah,
So that's where it
And
comes
that
from.
idea comes from where?
I think I look at something and I see a pattern.
You look
Like
at
this
something in
could
nature.
work. Yeah, I see like this could work as a pattern. Or
Wow.
sometimes my husband gives me ideas. He's a paleontologist. He's like, so he actually gave me the idea for lepidodendron.
Okay.
So wouldn't this make a nice pattern? He's like, yeah, actually it would. Sometimes I have the name first. I know my pattern must be called this and that.
Yeah.
And then I
You work on it.
work on it until I have it right.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's maybe a stitch pattern I see or something, but yeah.
Are there some patterns? So I'm a writer as well, and so I have some way of relating to what you do from my creative writing space. And they always say, all writers have whatever, that manuscript in the bottom shelf. I mean, are there patterns that you just haven't cracked yet, that are sitting somewhere, and one day you might crack them?
They're not patterns yet. They're ideas in my head. I kind of work on them in my head, like I know which kind of techniques I want to use and what kind of yarn and those
Yeah.
kind of things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that drawer is full.
Yes.
But I just need to, the conversion is sometimes not so easy. With lepidodendron,
Yes.
I just could not find a stitch.
This is on my queue now, just so you know.
Ah, thank you.
I think I have to do it as a gift. I mean, I'm not a big shawl person, but that's how much I love it, because I just think, I need to make something as gorgeous as this. How delicate is this? Let's hold it up so people can see a little bit. Guys,
Yeah, that's my flagship at the moment.
is this your flagship?
That's my flagship. So it's called scale tree.
Yes.
It's also fossil tree. It's extinct now. So it's got this very long, thin stem, very high,
Yes.
and then leaves right at the top. And when
Yes.
those leaves fall off the stem, they leave these marks.
On the stem.
Yeah. And that's why it's called scale tree.
How difficult was this to do, to write?
It took me a while to get the stitch. I couldn't find anything that exists that I was happy with, so I made
Yes.
up my own stitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you copyrighted it?
No,
Call it the Ava stitch. Come on.
no, that's fine. No, we don't need to copyright. That's not
We
what we
don't.
do.
That's not what we do.
Nobody
Yewande.
copyrights
Behave
copyright
yourself,
stitch.
Yewande. That's not what we do. We are
Not what
good
we do.
people. We are generous with our stitches.
So
Even the sort of so-called wrong side is interesting, no?
Hmm.
Because that's not like, you're not upset if anybody sees that.
no, but you need to. This project actually, because you increase so many stitches, this is an 8-stitch increase, and then you decrease knitting on the right and on the wrong side. That's how I got this
Wow.
slightly asymmetrical, and it will look awful at first. It will look like uneven, messy,
Okay.
bunched up,
Okay.
and then you block it.
Then you block it.
And that's
So
the
the
beauty of
blocking is
blocking. So
important.
you really stretch
Where
it
do you
out.
start with this thing? Which end? You just
down
start. So you cast on the full,
I
and you're
do.
always knitting the full amount, plus
Yes.
minus.
So actually, it's not that complicated. It's a 12-row repeat.
Okay.
So the actual pattern is just one page,
Yeah.
12-row repeat.
Yeah.
I do a provisional cast on
You do provisional.
because I'm very picky with my cast ons and bind offs,
Okay.
and I couldn't find 2 cast on bind-off methods that actually were identical.
And you want both sides to
And
be
I
the
wanted
same.
them to be the same.
So you do the provisional, then you come back, pick up, and then
Yes.
you bind off
Yes.
that way. You don't. So you're never
Yes.
casting on. You don't have any cast on edge, basically.
Well, I
Yeah.
do, but it's provisional on scrap yarn. And then I just knit one row and then I bind off.
Wow. What is this? And is this cotton, linen? What is
No,
this?
this is Knotty Habits single, what's it called?
Merino?
Yeah,
Or lace?
It's a lace. It's the lace yarn, merino lace.
This is nice. Gosh, it's nice. Okay, so you've been talking about pattern. I mean, what I love is this. There's this sort of tension between the fact that there are no straight lines in nature. There's no, like it's irregular if you think of this, but then pattern is this idea of patterning is a kind of a presumption, hope, belief that you can, this is the pattern and you can replicate it. It's replicable. And there's a little bit of a tension because there are patterns in nature, of course. Even though we're saying everything's irregular, there is a pattern. If you zoom out enough, there's a pattern. So I wanted you to talk about, there were two things you talked about that you rely on as patterns, almost mathematical patterns. And I wanted you to talk a little bit about that because I found it fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I do a lot is, there are two things. The one is called the golden ratio.
Yes.
And the other one is called the Fibonacci sequence, which
Yes.
actually a lot of knitters use. And they just introduce like harmonic proportions to your knits. So I try to work on those lines. I try to use these numbers and
Yes.
the ratio. They're actually very close. You can almost interchange Fibonacci.
I was wondering because when I
golden
looked it
ratio.
up, I was like, oh, are they
Yeah.
quite similar?
They are very similar.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
sometimes the one works better, sometimes the other.
And do you really do that math on a piece of paper to bring in those sequences?
I do, yeah.
In your patterns?
Yeah. A couple of times.
Wow.
I've done it for my ammonite shawl, which is this one.
Okay.
It's difficult to see here.
It's difficult to see.
But you see,
And you
so-
called it ammonite.
I call it ammonite.
Is that a rock? A rock?
Ammonite is a fossil also. It looks a
Okay.
bit like a nautilus.
Yes.
So you see, Evie, you've got the sorry.
Never mind.
You've got the end down here where you start. So it's
Yes.
a bit of a round shape.
This is the golden ratio. Is that
Yes,
that
that's
increase?
the golden ratio.
It
Yes.
increases each time.
That's right. So that's how it goes. It goes big quickly, but
And you
so
start there and
I
go
start
from
here,
there. Yeah.
and then the distances between these
Swathes,
lines,
because
they're
it's
called-
these. It's like shell. I think of shells when I see this, but
Yeah, and ammonite has got chambers,
yes.
little chambers, and those
Okay.
are the chamber walls, basically. So I quite like. It's not really a symmetry, but it's got
Yes,
some
it's
sort
not
of,
as simple as asymmetry.
no.
But
It's got a
it's-
certain order to it,
Yeah.
and I think it looks nice on the eye. I've also done it on another project, which officially doesn't exist yet.
Okay, ooh, I'm liking what I'm seeing.
done a sweater.
Particularly because it's blue. We all know about me
You
and
like
blue.
Blue's nice, no?
Yeah.
So this is done with Fibonacci sequence, those stripes. So you see, I'm going to undo this whole thing.
And
I
you're
don't
undoing
like-
it because you said,
I started too early to decrease for the collar.
okay.
So I've done some funnies here to make it work the way I
Okay.
wanted to. So I'm going to change that. And I've redone the sleeves 3 times, and they're still too long.
They're too long with the decreasing.
So I'm going to.
And you wanted it to come out
adjust
at the
that.
end like that.
I
to
like this bell sleeve.
Yeah, to bell out.
So I
to
wanted it to be a little bit longer,
yeah,
like
kind
this.
Of, yeah, kind of fancy.
Yeah. And I will keep it like that, but I need to shorten the sleeve.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it works nicely.
Yes, I love
The
that the
way
Fibonacci there with
the
the way the
scratch
colors
shows.
work
Yeah.
because it is pleasing. It's like pleasing to the eye, the proportions.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And I think it works well without knowing what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were saying, and this is Knotty Habit as well.
This is also Knotty Habit, that's the fingering.
This is the fingering, yeah. Is this the 100% merino fingering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I called this kyanite, which is a mineral.
And why kyanite? Just because you like the sound of the
colour.
name?
No, because
Just because. Just random. You seem like someone who just names things randomly.
no, it just. I'm actually not so sure I looked at the mineral and I saw the pattern, I guess.
Yeah.
It sometimes looks a bit
Like shale?
layered.
The layers,
in blues and greys, translucent. It's a
Okay.
metamorphic mineral that forms under high pressure
Okay.
and temperatures.
Yeah.
And it kind of, it's
Gave
a
you
very
the
interesting...
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, so the greys and blues represent the mineral. when
Those
you look at it.
layers, yeah.
Yeah.
And I see there's a little shaping here as well.
Yes,
I've
I
only
did-
seen
I
that
did
now.
waist shaping.
Yeah, a bit of waist shaping. Nice.
For the actual pattern, I will probably just add the waist shaping as a suggestion.
I was going to say, I never do waist shaping because I'm not very shapely. But I know it's very good to have the shaping because it helps for fit and for, we all have different
Yeah.
kinds of bodies.
But the thing is, everybody's shaped differently.
Amen.
So my waist sits in a different spot than yours. So
Yeah.
if you use my instructions, your waist shaping won't look very good because it will be in the wrong spot.
So you have to know how to.
So I'm not adding it in. The pattern will just be straight, and I will just give the option
To do the waist shaping. Yeah. What's your kind of approach to pattern writing? Because there's different opinions. You know, people want less, and I mean, you have this German background, so the Germans are known to have these very wonderful designers, of course, but like quite austere patterns. You know, not too much. Don't give too much information, and many knitters love that because they're like, I don't want. And then the petite knits who like really are for beginners, and so they give a lot and they're quite generous, and many other designers as well. Do you have any? What's your approach to pattern writing itself, particularly because some of your patterns, there's complexity to them. You need space to explain things.
Yes, and I take the space. I actually don't like the patterns that are very lean and mean. The ones that fit on 2 pages for a sweater in 6 different sizes.
Yeah.
That's like, no.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
really intimidating, and you struggle through. And so I do have a little introduction. I take my time to describe which materials you should use. I write a little bit. If it's not a pattern for specific yarn, I suggest substitutes or how to pick a substitute yarn. I also describe the pattern, how it's set up, how it evolves, and
Nice.
specific techniques to look out for. I add a little bit about blocking or how to treat it afterwards.
Do you have videos that people can watch of you doing them, or you haven't gone that route just yet?
No, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I like that you say you take the space. If you're going to make this artwork, right, you need the space to
That's
understand what you're doing. You walk us through that process and you accompany us. And then I just was thinking of the role of videos in that. That's why I asked not to, because of the way that your work is and the experience that it is to make these pieces. I just thought like that sort of accompaniment might be interesting, you know.
Yeah, I haven't gone that route yet.
Yes.
I hesitate a little.
Do you want to say why?
Firstly,
And if you don't, I can always cut this out, but I'm just curious. Yeah, if it
no,
doesn't.
you don't need to cut it out.
Okay.
It's just, yes, I can't look at myself and in videos.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oof, and to listen to your own voice.
Okay.
It takes
okay.
a lot of doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So
Okay, I got
one
you.
day,
I got you. I
I do little videos when I write tutorials for workshops. I do little videos of which I then take stills for my tutorials. I find the videos easier. I need to move very slowly,
Yeah.
but it's easier than to just take photos and it doesn't work out and.
Okay.
So I just sit, I have a little tripod and my camera and I knit in front of it. It's a bit like awkward at the moment. Maybe I need to get a better setup. But I do those kind of things.
Nice. Okay. Well, I will hold open a space for a future where you are able to do the videos.
Okay.
And I only say that because I'm also, in case anyone watching thinks like, anyone who knew me last year would never have thought that I would do a podcast. It's just not, you know, I'm shy. I never like how I look. I don't like cameras. I've got like bad stories about cameras. So I'm as surprised as others that I'm doing this, and I'm loving it. You know, I mean, I don't go back and watch my own podcast. That would be a bit weird. But I don't mind editing and going in and doing the, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a surprise to me. And I just think oh, something has resolved. You know, whatever it was for me that was uncomfortable has resolved. So I don't know. Anyway, moving on from that, could we talk a little bit about, I mean, you're an entrepreneur as well. And I think that there's something like you're artistic, you're geologist, of course, but you're crafty. And then you're running a business. It's a new business.
Yeah.
It is a business, right?
It's a business.
It's a business. And what's that like? Are you finding it like a good idea? Is it really challenging? Any tips you have if young people watch and are curious about, you know, starting their own knitwear design companies?
Yeah, that's a tall order.
It's a big question, I know.
Yes.
Pick a corner of it and answer the corner.
Well, first of all, selling knitting patterns doesn't really pay the bills.
Yeah.
It kind of, if you're lucky, you make enough to buy yarn.
Yes.
So what I also do is I do digital illustrations.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Of what?
For geological publications. I have one client who was looking for someone to do his drawings for publications.
Wow.
And I love CorelDRAW.
Wow.
I've always worked in it. I think I've known it, I think, since we had a computer since 1996 or something.
Yes.
And I used it for my master's. That's when I started using it, and we use it at work for reports and those kind of stuff. So I really like doing that.
Okay. So you draw by hand and take it into Corel?
Well, it depends. So usually the hand-drawn stuff I get from the client, and then I digitize it.
Yeah.
Or I annotate pictures or those kind of things, or I draw maps.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like that. So I want to expand more into that
side.
More. I've also done a logo for the yarn tree.
Oh wow! Okay, did you do the logo?
I did a doodle for them.
Nice.
And a little logo.
Okay, we'll show it. We'll find it and
book.
Put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. I'm very happy to do more.
Yes.
There's another lady who comes here to the Knit Socials who asked me once. Well, I think she's not ready yet. She's setting up her own business.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
And
to have a creative business. Yeah.
You need to. I was finally forced to go out and network and meet people. I mean, to come here the very first time was a very big step for me.
Here to the yarn tree.
Yeah, I was like,
to a knit night or.
I came actually to Mince's pop-up shop.
Okay.
And I thought, no, I must do it. I must get over myself. And it was. I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So that's a tip.
That's what.
Like actually pushing oneself
you need
outside
to push yourself,
Yeah.
and you need to get out there. And I mean, when we go to geological conferences, I'm usually the one with a teacup in the corner. I really struggle, but you really have to go out there. So when I went overseas, now I took my business cards and
Wonderful.
I actually went to yarn shops and introduced myself and spoke to the
Wonderful.
people
Yeah.
and to see what yarn they use and those kind of things. It takes a lot for me to do that.
To
but
do
you have
that.
to. So, yeah.
Do you hope for? I mean, what's your vision with Crafty Geo? What is it you hope for in terms of that aspect of your business?
I hope that one day it can pay the bills. I've got so many patterns planned, but there's only so little time, so it's not so easy.
Yeah, I get it.
But I'd like to stick to it.
Yeah, wow.
And one day, hopefully, one of my patterns goes viral. Yay!
And I'm in your corner, so let's make it viral together. Anything else you want to show us?
This one, the blue one. This is my first pattern.
Your first pattern ever?
Yeah, that was the first one.
And what's it called?
It's called Crystal Lattice.
Look at that. Can I put it around
Yes, please.
Sorry if it bothers the camera.
It looks good on you. Blue looks good on you.
Look at that. Crystal lattice,
Crystal lattice.
Of course. Do you want to talk a little bit about it?
So crystal lattice is the smallest unit of a crystal. It's the arrangement of ions and atoms, molecules that make this little crystal. And this little makeup of this lattice is what gives a crystal the properties.
That it has,
The
like
colors,
the clarity.
the shape, exactly, those kind of things.
And so you decided to take that.
And I like crystals.
Yes. Actually,
Minerals. Sorry. The difference, now comes the nerd. The difference between minerals and crystals is a mineral is naturally grown.
Oh,
And a crystal can be lab grown. It doesn't have to be
Okay,
natural.
okay.
That's
So
the
if it says
difference.
mineral, so if like, whatever the like, I don't know, the rose quartz,
Yes.
that's a mineral.
It's a mineral, yeah.
Okay,
It's a quartz that's
yeah.
slightly pink.
Yes.
And the pink comes from impurities in the crystal lattice.
And this is knit in
This is actually Malabrigo. This was my very
Malabrigo.
start.
Malabrigo, and it's their fingering,
It's the lace.
the lace.
It's alpaca.
Yes.
Silk and alpaca.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gosh. Do you have any dream yarns that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
I like to support the South African yarn industry.
Yes.
I think you do beautiful stuff.
Yes.
We have very good quality yarn. Although I'm sometimes a bit sad that it's, I shouldn't say this, limited to merino and alpaca.
Yeah,
I mean,
merino,
merino is
merino
beautiful.
dominates here.
Merino dominates.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wish sometimes there was a little more non-superwash.
Yes,
Because
superwash also dominates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And non-superwash just has a little, it's more difficult to look after, but it's got different properties like this. It's got more of a grip.
Yes.
It holds differently. Yeah, and I mean, I have done a pattern for Karoo Moon, which is this one.
Ah, okay. And I'm not so, I know of Karoo Moon, I've just never,
This is also beautiful.
who
yarn.
sells them? Does Yarn Tree sell Karoo Moon?
No.
I wonder, where do you get, because I know they have an online.
You can buy it online, yeah. I
and
think
they're based
so.
in the Karoo, I presume. Yeah. So this, and this
So
one?
that's also nice. This is Crescent Moon.
Crescent Moon. And it's sort of, is this, would you call this, so Guernsey, but that's because I'm
That's
using,
interesting. I never thought about
just
it. No,
'cause of the
actually,
layers.
Guernsey is still a bit.
it's very different.
I don't know what
from
you
this.
mean,
Yeah.
but it's still different.
It's different, yeah.
So Judy gave me from Karoo Moon. She gave me the opportunity
Yeah.
to do something for her, and she liked hurdle stitch, which is this one here. It's
Okay.
2 rows of ribbing and then
Yes.
2 rows of
Then you
garter,
break it. Okay.
and that's called turtle stitch. So I came up with this, and she wanted it reversible.
Wow. How did you, and
That's
how did you
nice.
make it reversible?
Combine things like garter stitch,
Yeah.
twisted ribbing.
Yes.
I find twisted ribbing makes it so much neater. You
Yes.
can see this is just normal ribbing.
Yes, yes, and that's
You have
twisted.
twisted, so it makes it nice and neat. Hurdle stitch is also, because of the combination of ribbing and garter, is reversible. Actually, I would like to mention this also.
Yes.
This is a version of this one. It's just simple seed stitch.
Yes,
and this
I
is
love seed
alpaca.
stitch. This is alpaca, pure
Alpaca
100%
from,
alpaca.
From south of Joburg. You know drumblade alpaca?
No,
It's a nice alpaca farm,
I've
Just-
never, here in Joburg.
just south of Joburg.
What's it called?
It's drumblade alpaca.
Drumblade, Drumblade.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
And there's also, this is
I've learned something new.
She makes beautiful
Ah,
yarn as
okay,
well.
well,
So this
I'll
is
be giving
like
her a call.
super local. Yeah.
I didn't know.
So I just thought I'd bring this up. This is also, you know, if you don't have merino, you have alpaca in South
And
Africa.
this is undyed. This is the color of
This
the.
is the color of the alpaca.
Super soft. This is a, and was it worsted weight? Or
I'm
sport?
actually not so sure. I think it's more like an Aran.
Beautiful.
It's also a little bit, it's hand spun, so it's
Yes.
a little bit irregular,
Yes.
but it also came out quite nicely.
I love it. I really love it. And it's got, I guess they say it's got that drapey kind of vibe.
You see, alpaca is stretchy but not elastic.
So it does stretch and it doesn't go back.
Whoa. I once made a brioche alpaca scarf, a rectangular scarf with alpaca. An alpaca, it's mixed with something, I think. It was from Rowan Yarns.
Okay.
And when I blocked it, it grew. It grew so big. I had really difficulties to get it back into shape again.
Oh, gosh.
Because alpaca just grows.
And brioche grows, right?
And that's the thing. Brioche
Okay.
is so squishy and
yeah.
almost a bit loose.
Yeah.
You actually go down a couple
Of
of needle
needles.
sizes because it just.
It just grows. Do you want to talk about your course?
Yeah, sure.
Talking about your course, since that's an offer for any Joburgers who I think I'll be taking your course.
I haven't advertised in a while, and I think we should set up in the new year. We set up another brioche
Yeah.
class at
Yeah.
the Yarn Tree.
Nice.
I don't know how it came about. I think it came from here also. There were the ladies who come to the knit socials.
You wanted to learn.
Yeah, so
And it's purely brioche.
it's just brioche. I wrote a whole pattern starting with the construction,
Okay.
how the stitches, which stitches you have, how they're constructed. We do very basic swatch,
Yes.
just really a little swatch
Yes,
to
to
practice
start.
and learn, and that's most people don't get further. The course also, The course also includes increases and decreases.
Okay. How long is the course?
Well, it's usually like a 4-hour workshop.
Oh, it's just a one-day thing.
Well, we can make it 2. We can make it more.
Okay.
Because actually the tutorial covers more than one day.
Yes.
Most people get stuck in just to grasp the concept. It takes a while.
Yeah.
You don't
I'd
have
love
to
to take your course. When is the next one?
I have
in the new year.
Yet. I think in the new year we set something
I'll
up.
listen out. Make sure I'm on the list or whatever.
We make a plan.
Yeah.
I was also thinking of maybe offering a course up in Pretoria or something.
Okay. Two ends.
So you will learn the basics. It's 2-color brioche knit in the flat.
Okay.
So that's what the course is
what
called.
The course is, yeah.
And it goes back.
And if we do your course after that, should we be able to do the grenadier?
Actually, well, I say yes.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, with
One lady has. Actually, there was one lady in my course at the Karoo Winter Wool Festival.
Yes.
She's a superb knitter, and she picked up on it.
Wow.
And she was the only one who was ready to also learn the increases and decreases on that day. And she actually knitted it.
Okay.
So yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
You can do it. You don't need to be an advanced knitter.
Yeah.
As long as you know knit stitches and purl stitches.
Yeah. And
you can
increase, decrease.
No, you don't even need to know that. I teach you that.
Okay.
But you know what a purl stitch is and what a knit stitch is.
Yeah.
And maybe you can read your stitch that as well.
That's a game changer, reading stitches. I learned that eventually. I mean, sometimes I'm a bit, but that is a game changer.
Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. My newest pattern.
Do you want to, is that the cardigan?
The cardigan.
Yes, because that's the latest.
So that's the latest.
I saw that you put it on Instagram, right?
Yes, I did put it on.
Do you want me to put it on while you talk about it? And I'll stand up?
Sure. I
might get out of the shot then. Because I want people to see, but I'll take pictures.
Let me take it, put it on.
You're going to put it?
Yeah, put it on.
Excellent.
So this is from Woolly Galooly. This is also a lady I make patterns for by accident. This is nice and big and cozy.
It is very cozy.
So it's meant to be big. I call it schlumpy.
Yes.
It's not a geological pattern because Lee from Woolly Galooly, she likes to use ladies' names.
Okay.
But this is going to be the Alice sweater. So I wanted it big.
I love, and it sort of
still has
it bunches a little bit, so it has it's not bell. What do they call that? Not bell, but cinching in. They say that it cinches in so that it puffs sleeve at the bottom.
I did not know
elegant.
This. So this is. It was supposed to be a bit longer and a bit like. So I do all the increases down here, and then you can just knit all the way until you start your raglan shaping.
Is it seamed?
Yes, it's knit in the flat.
Okay.
Well, it's a cardigan.
So you do the 2 sleeves.
And the 2 fronts.
And the 2 fronts and the back. And that's also what gives it such a good fit. And the seaming is just like a...
Mattress stitch.
Mattress stitch, yes, yes.
And then in the end, once you assembled it all, you just add the
I love that. Nice long collar band. And then there are no buttons, so there's no drama there.
No, there's no drama. If you want to hold up nicely, you can use a shawl pin.
Yes.
Or you can add a button if you want.
Yes.
What I also did is I crocheted along the seam on the inside.
Yes,
for stability. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because otherwise it will slip.
And the main feature of what is this I'm looking at?
This is beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
It's called the seeded rib stitch.
Seeded rib stitch.
Yeah. So it's
lovely.
got elasticity.
Yes.
And stretch.
It's knitting. So let's talk a bit about Woolly Galooly because this is new to me, this yarn. I hadn't discovered it. I'm trying to learn all about our local yarns. And this is called Woolly Galooly, which is an excellent name. So hand spun and dyed, 100% merino. I wanted to ask you, what is the weight of this?
It says,
okay.
It's
Aran stroke worsted, she says.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very irregular.
Yes.
So you need to like it. Not everybody likes
yes,
that it's
very
thin
that.
at some stage or thick.
Yes.
It works to 110 meters per 100 gram.
100 gram, yeah. So, and then the feature, it's always these changing colors. It's always I don't know what is that variegated? Is it always changing colors or there's some solids?
Lee has got all sorts of different colorways. They're all very colorful.
Yes.
And yeah, it's nice yarn to work with, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. But I think it's very nice. It's local, South African.
How many grams went into that?
A lot.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm doing my math.
It's not, I can tell you, it's 1.2 kilos.
Yeah. Does it feel, I mean, it's a hug or
Actually,
not a blanket?
It
or,
feels heavy when you hold it, but
Yeah.
actually when you wear it, it doesn't feel
doesn't,
heavy.
yeah.
But I wanted it to be long.
Cozy
Cozy, it's meant
vibes.
to be something
but
for at
elegant,
home.
actually. But
Oh,
I can
thank you.
see elegance there. Maybe it's the sleeve doing that, and if you put the shawl pin, you know, you could venture outside of home with that. It's not just a schlump on the couch.
Well, I actually tested it in Germany. I wore it on the plane. Actually, well, merino has beautiful properties.
Yeah.
You don't sweat in it. It
Yeah.
climatizes nicely.
Okay, I will continue to explore this yarn. Really beautiful, the colors as well. And that's kind of your latest pattern, would you say, that you've put out? The cardigan, I mean.
Yes, that's the one I'm running a test knit at the
Oh,
moment.
you're running a test knit. Are you
I
still
found
looking?
someone. If you want.
If
If anybody wants test knitters, you
yeah.
can-
But would you have to test knit it in woolly?
No.
You could test knit it
I
in.
think, well, it's specifically for woolly galuli. It's
Yeah.
a woolly galuli pattern.
Yeah.
But I think if you have something else,
Yeah.
I would more go for something that looks that's a bit more loosely spun. It's difficult to
More
substitute.
loosely spun. Yeah. Okay.
But I think as long as you have,
If I could find a yarn
tried.
and feel like I could afford it, I would love to test.
exactly.
That's the only thing. I'd never test. I'd love the experience,
You're
and
most
that's
welcome.
exquisite.
You're most welcome.
How many testers are you looking for, and what are your deadlines?
I'm in no rush. There's one lady started at it last week,
Okay.
and I gave her 5 weeks. I asked if that's enough because
Okay.
I know how long it took me to do it.
Yes. So you're giving
And I'm
time.
not a fast knitter, and and she was okay with 5
Okay.
weeks.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. So testers wanted for the Alice cardigan.
yeah,
Right?
please.
It's a worsted weight stroke Aran. It's loosely spun, so that's an important
Yeah.
feature of the yarn you're looking
Yeah.
for to do it with. But it's a beautiful cardigan. I'm going to think about it.
Think about it.
It's not for lack of interest in the pattern itself. It's like, okay, what yarn could I find without like burning my budget?
Go to Arthur Bales.
Go to Arthur Bales. Yeah, I'm going to pop there and see what they
I
have.
think they have. I can think of a couple that
Yeah.
might
might
work
suit.
there.
Yeah. Or maybe I have something. I don't actually have lots of stash, so
Yeah, you need a big amount. So.
you need a large amount of yarn, for that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. And it's not on the test call is on Instagram, on your Instagram.
Yeah, I only put it there.
And your Instagram is at the Crafty Geo
The Crafty Geo, yeah, with
Yeah.
dots in between.
with dots in between.
Yeah.
So at the.crafty.geo.
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So we can look for you there. Exciting. I wish you good things with that pattern, and good luck for everything in the future.
Thank you. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Are you a monogamous knitter or unapologetically philandering?
Monogamous.
Animal or plant fiber?
I prefer animal, but I also like blends, and it depends on the purpose.
Favorite stitch?
Brioche.
Worst fear when it comes to knitting?
Maybe that I run out of ideas?
Any physical constraints in terms of knitting or your work?
No.
What won't you knit or what won't you design?
Pet cozies.
What's the hardest thing about your work in fiber?
Converting my ideas into actual projects.
Who shouldn't knit?
People who don't like knitting.
Favorite pattern or any other designers that you admire or any favorite fibers?
I like yarns that don't split. Designers. There's a nice lady, an Austrian lady, Hintermstein. You might have heard of her. She does beautiful sweaters. There's a German lady called Melanie Berg. She does beautiful shawls, actually.
Do you have any bad knitting habits?
I don't know what's a bad habit in knitting.
Anything knitting has taught you about yourself or life?
I find it therapeutical, meditative. I guess it's a process for me, it's a journey.
Why is knitting so addictive?
It's a little universe of its own. You get a break from reality, and I think that's what makes it so special.